Hey everybody, welcome on in to Sports Live in the 215. Today we'll discuss the the Philadelphia Phillies going 5-1 on their first homestand of the 2025 season. And obviously this stretch for the Phillies has really started with their absolutely dominant starting pitching. Um, just looking at like the Dodgers series, you had Lizardo. Goes 7 innings, allow. I don't think he gave up any runs. Um, yeah, he didn't give up any runs, and then and then Nola on Saturday when 6 innings gave up 3 runs. I know he had two kind of they both came on the or they both came via the home run. It was a solo shot and then a 2-run shot. Um, and obviously the gopher ball is something that it, excuse me, is something that Aaron Aaron has struggled with for like the past couple of years. But to hold a lineup like the Dodgers to to uh, um to just 3 runs on two swings is pretty impressive. Um, because the Dodgers do everything well. Like not just with their major league team, but with like their player development. They um they run the bases well. They can hit for average, hit for power, field, play defense, field throw, and run. So like that team has all 5 tools. Um, so to allow them to kind of to kind of only get all their offense on just 2 swings is huge. I mean, like they can hit home runs too. That's what the that's um that's also a part of who they are. But if you can kind of stop them from being able to manufacture like huge innings, your offense is going to have a chance. And unfortunately, on Saturday the Phillies could not come through. Um, but on Sunday, um, they really battled against the Dodgers. They actually had to come back twice. Um, they were up 6-2 in the third inning thanks to a grand slam by Nick Castellanos, and then the Dodgers came back, made the game 7-6, and then in I believe the bottom of the seventh or bottom of the eighth, um, the, the the Phillies came back and made Sunday's game 8-7. So yeah, they were able to take 2 or 3 from a really good ball club in LA, and it's actually their third straight series win, or third or fourth straight series win against the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is a huge feather in the cap of your fighting Phils. So I getting talking about the Rockies series, actually the one that preceded that Dodgers series. I thought I thought eventually the Phillies would just hang around and um, their the Rockies bullpen kind of gave us the game. We put together good at bats, but they didn't make pitches when they needed to. They didn't make the requisite defensive plays they needed to in order to win those games, and the Phillies took advantage, and that's honestly it's honestly always good to see. They've scored I want to say 19 like something like 19 runs against teams relievers versus just like two against like their starters. So the Phillies have got to get better in like the earlier innings. Well, obviously the two now goes to six because or it goes to five because three of the runs on the Castellanos Grand Slam were charged to the Dodgers starting pitcher Tyler Glass now. So yeah, this if there's one real flaw of this team, it's you gotta start to kind of jump on more of these starters early, and I have a feeling they will, but I mean, I want to say 7-2 or yeah, 7-2 and a 5-1 homestand isn't bad at all. They've they just gotta continue to stack these wins and make it hard for the other teams in your division, the Mets, the Braves, the Marlins, and the Nationals, and the Marlins and Nationals to kind of catch up. And obviously speaking of the Braves, I know they're having kind of a rough start to the year, but I think I I can say with almost 100% certainty that they'll be one of the top teams in the league um, when you get to early summer, midsummer, they'll be back to their usual winning ways. So um, as as good as it is to see them struggling out of the gate, um, it's it's a long season. You got to play all 162. So I just don't think I wouldn't necessarily call the Braves dead by any means, but the Phillies are just we're just the we're just really taking advantage of some poor bullpen play by not such great teams in some cases, or in two of the three series we had so far. Um, we're taking we're taking advantage of really bad bullpens, and against the Dodgers we kind of we were able to kind of force their starter to make mistakes, and then again their bullpen eventually broke. So I just thought this whole homestand the Phillies have done an incredible job keeping keep keeping themselves in the game, and um, like I know on Sunday Christopher Sanchez didn't have his best stuff, but he gave us a chance to win, and the um and that was very that was obviously a huge thing. Obviously, when your starter doesn't have his best stuff, if he can still give you a chance to win, that's That's obviously the goal in any level of baseball. So, good job by Sanchi. Good job by Knowles. Good job by Luzardo. The starting pitching really was good. And they deserve to be praised. So this is I just have a feeling this is going to be a fun season. But obviously this team's going to be measured by what they do in October. So yeah, I just think I think the Phillies are off to a great start, and it's gonna be exciting to watch, and I certainly cannot wait for it. Let me just check my time here. And with that being said, as always, go Phillies.